Hello everyone, my name is Loko and welcome to some more Legacy of the Void pre-alpha. Today, we're gonna be playing a game of, well, Legacy of the Void. It's going to be a Zerg versus Terran on Whirlwind Alley. And I don't really know why I picked Whirlwind Alley. I just scrolled through the Blizzard maps and I thought Whirlwind was a pretty name and I picked that one. Now, for many of you, this map might not be familiar, but I know that for quite a few of you, this is one of the most common maps you've probably ever have played on. And for me personally, I think it's been like a year or so since I played any games on this map. And it always used to be one of my absolute favorite ones. Now, my opponent is going to be a high-level Terran player. I believe it's like, I don't actually know. Maybe it's like high diamond or low masters or something. I didn't actually check. I believe he had a bunch of master finishes. So he's definitely a pretty high level player. We're gonna play a game of Legacy of the Void. Now obviously this is a custom game in the Heart of the Swarm arcade. So if any of you are looking to test this one out, you can obviously go ahead because it isn't really out yet. I hope it will go, I hope it will be released in the next couple weeks or so. But anyway, I'm gonna go for some Ravagers this game, but I'm gonna try and actually play a legit build, not these wonky shenanigans that I've been going for. I'm actually gonna try and figure out if it's possible to just play some straight up games while mixing in a couple of Ravagers instead of going for like mass Ravager, which I might still end up going. I'm actually gonna open up with Zerging speed and go from there. So there we go, got my natural going. Gonna start link speed, gonna pull some drones out of gas as well. I'm gonna be starting up my queen. So a pretty standard opener right now, just a whole lot faster. As you guys do know, in the Legacy of the Void expansion, we will most likely, well, nothing is set in stone yet, I suppose, but most likely we will start off with more workers, which is honestly one of the best changes in my opinion, because it just shortened the game by like 5 minutes. We are allowed to just build up a lot faster than we usually do in Legacy of the Void. Than we do in Heart of the Swarm, so that's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna try and play a pretty standard macro game here. Do a little bit of an extractor trick. And I don't know exactly how much gas I'm gonna need though. I think I'm gonna put the drones back into the gas guys right around right now. And go for like a Roach Warren when my Zerging speed finishes. That sounds like a pretty good timing right there. So far everything is standard though. So far there's really no tricks. But I got my drones back in the gas guys and I found my opponent, which is great. Gonna do a little bit of scouting around. I'm gonna re-rally this guy as well to the other side of the map. Let's see if I can do some damage. Oh, my opponent actually went for, well, I managed to sneak in a couple of, these units. My opponent's going for a super standard one. This is funny because I didn't even expect it. Most people are playing super gimmicky, in Legacy of the Void because of all the new units and stuff. But it looks like we're good. Looks like we're good to go. Gonna start my Roach Warren. And, well, just pick off, a little bit if we can. Sweet. So far, so good. Alright, let's get these guys out of there. I'm gonna start a second gas guys right now as well. Roach Warren already halfway done, and I'm thinking of starting up like 3 Ravagers right from the get-go, just to do a little bit of pressure. Just to do a little bit of pressure, and to potentially counter his Hellions that are pretty much inevitable to come out as well. Should be able to pick off these guys, which is nice. Still making a big round of drones. Hit my queen injects. And, well, we're still doing alright. Let's just get out of there with 1 HP. Perfect to take a watchtower. Alright. Gotta start a couple of my roaches right now. Let's go up to 4. Let's go up to 4. That sounds like a better number. And then we start droning up again. So far, it's looking pretty solid. Like, this is what I'm talking about, right? Not these gimmicky openers where we try and take huge risk and a gazillion gas guys is right from the start. Actually, a game that, looks like a little bit more professional. I should go for a pretty quick expansion, though, I think. Actually, we're only 6 minutes into the game, so it isn't, like, super quick, but... Gonna go for my beautiful Ravagers right here. Got 4 of them out already. And now, while I'm moving out, I'm gonna stake an extra gas geyser as well as a third base. Let's see what my opponent is up to. He's going for Banshees. Looks like there's no Banshees coming in at all. So that's alright. Gonna start another base up right here. And I'm gonna start my double evolution chamber as well as a lair, while moving out across the map with my Ravagers. These units are pretty good, not gonna lie. Don't really know where they went. I think they just left, yeah. We are a lot faster than we are with Roaches at this point in the game, so that's great. Oh, I obviously don't want him to run by. Gonna start a couple more. Alright, he doesn't realize that I got the watchtower, which is nice for me. Well, let's move. Let's just go to his side of the map, try and nuke down some. Start +1/+1. I'm still gonna go for Ravagers and what are they called? Lurkers. Lurkers are great, especially against Bio. It's what my opponent seems to be playing as well. So we should be in a good position here. Oh. Oh, there we go. This is going well. We're doing a lot of damage though with just a couple of these guys. This is actually going really well. I'm droning up behind this. Like, I'm not even going all in or anything like that. Alright. Start more gas here. Well, I'm just gonna keep on poking in. This is nice though. We finally have like an early game unit that can actually harass without, like, you know, being sacrificed, which is great. He's actually having a very hard time. I think in the early part of Legacy of the Void it might very well mean that Terran players would just sort of die. Oh well, we're gonna go home. I'm gonna go for a Lurker den right here, which is gonna be awesome. Put the drones in the gas guys right there. And we'll start a fort base as well. We are stacking up a lot of minerals right here. Alright, there we go. Start a bunch of my Ravagers and a bunch of my Lurkers right here. Should be able to get a Queen Inject done as well. And the nice thing is that these army units don't really require nearly as many Queen Injects as your army units really do. Like, if you go for any kind of, you know, Zergling play, you're gonna need a gazillion workers, pretty much. Or a gazillion, larva, pretty much. But with this army composition, it's not nearly as important, which is very nice in my opinion. Just means that you don't need to worry as much about your Queen Injects. Let's go for +2/+2. And we're gonna move across the map once more. Actually gonna put these guys on a separate hotkey right here. Alright. And see if I can actually move my Hydras into... Oh, he's actually coming in. He's actually coming in. Is that a dropship? I think that may have been a dropship. I'm gonna go home. Gotta make sure I actually kill that thing. Yep. Gotta be careful here. Oh, get him! Good job. Actually got one right there with my Ravager shot, which is awesome. The skill shot does hit air, which is really nice. Gotta go up to a high very soon as well to get that ranged upgrade on my Lurkers, to make sure that they're gonna be stronger. And I'm gonna start a bunch of them, so there we go. Got a bunch of Lurkers incoming. Also add a couple of Roaches to this army, because they're gonna be very useful. And I'm actually gonna start these guys over there as well. Alright, so I got this army right here with Lurkers. Well, they're about to finish, which is nice. And I'm just gonna keep on spreading and just keep on moving out. I think that's gonna be my best choice, to be honest. Start another another bunch of spines right there as well, in case he starts dropping again. Which I really can't do very much about. And I'm gonna start more workers, or more Roaches as well as more Lurkers in a little bit. Deck up to a hive. How's 2-2 coming along? It's almost done. So, you know, it's pretty good to... Oh! Well, here we go. We got Lurkers. We got Lurkers right here. Alright, burrow, burrow, burrow. You gotta be watching out here! The Lurkers are going to town right here. He got completely wrecked by a bunch of Lurkers. That was awesome. The Lurkers just did a bunch of splash damage right there, and I don't even know what to think of that. That is so strong. Holy shit. Alright, well, that's not amazing, but... More of these guys in. And just reinforce with more and more of these things. Let's see if we can leapfrog these things forward a little bit. There we go. Oh, I can't start +3 yet, but... should be able to pick these things off. Yeah! Did I actually just kill that thing? Did I actually just kill a Widowmine by throwing the ability on it? That would be huge. Yeah, I think I just did. That is great. Gotta watch out though, because that ability does do splash damage. Gotta move him back a little bit, make him walk into the range of the Lurker. The range of the Lurker, it sounds like a book. And go for all the other upgrades as well. Now the upgrade is quite cheap, so that's nice. Move these guys forward. There we go. And he says GG. So sweet. That was a really fun game right there. I gotta be honest though, that game felt solid right there. I have no idea what strategies are going to look like in Legacy of the Void. But honestly, I love the Ravager and I also like the Lurker. Like, these are some very, very solid Zerg units that are being added on that really like sort of fill that hole in the early game with the Ravager, and in the later part of the game you really have a way to easily take out lots of small little units, such as the Marine. You could definitely see that at a little engagement right here, where the Lurkers were just sitting at the bottom of the ramp right there, and the Marines and Marauders were sitting at the top right there, and he sort of walked them in there on accident, and I don't think he realized how much damage they would really do right there. It was like, I think it was like 8 or 9 or so Lurkers, and it did so much damage to my opponent. So sweet, we did manage to take a victory right there. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And other than that, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one.